Hello, Conquerors. Good to be back with you for another discussion topic. Today, we are going to talk about sleep. And the reason we're going to talk about sleep is because it wasn't what I was planning on talking about, but I had an experience yesterday. My kids have had the flu all week, and not COVID, we tested them. And they've had sore throat, fever, achy, all the stuff. And so yesterday I was working, and as I was working, as the day was progressing, I started to feel like crap, started to get chills, was wearing a sweatshirt and flannel pants and was still cold, felt really run down, took like a 2.5 hour nap, which I never do. And then slept quite a bit last evening. And I woke up this morning and I was certain I was getting sick, certain that I was getting the flu that the kids had. And I woke up this morning feeling amazing. I ran today, I did a strength training workout, I've worked all day, and I feel great. I have a lot of energy. And what I realized is that I haven't been sleeping, probably getting maybe a consistent 4 hours of sleep a night. And then the rest of it is awake or kind of asleep or not. And when I finally got some sleep, I felt great. And so I think that it's really important we discuss about how our sleep affects our training and our overall well-being and how important it is. We really don't give it enough credit. And for those of us in the middle of our life, there's no shortage of stress. And because of that, it really affects how we sleep, and we don't get enough sleep because we're worried about things and we've got all these responsibilities, and it really affects not only our day-to-day life, but it especially affects our training. So why do we need to sleep? What's important about it? You guys are probably familiar with all the reasons, but I'm going to go over them. Recovery. This is when our body repairs itself. It needs you to settle down and relax, and that's the time to do it. Inflammation, it can ward off inflammation if you sleep, and if you don't sleep, then your body can become more inflamed. The benefits of sleep are it helps your immune system. It keeps your immune system strong. And we want that, right? We still have COVID out there. We've got our kids bringing home flu, and we want to have a strong immune system. Our eating habits. Are you aware that if you sleep, it can affect, or if you don't sleep, it can affect how much you're eating during the day. It affects those hormones that trigger appetite. And what they found is that with lack of sleep, you have more of the hormone that triggers hunger, even though you may not be very hungry, and it can actually lead to weight gain. Mental health, man, can I attest to that, right? I feel so much more clear-headed and just good when I get sleep. I can't tell you how great I felt today just because I slept yesterday. Also, that's the time that we repair our nerves and our tissues and our muscles. It's so important. So much is happening when we sleep. You know, it's not just about falling asleep and then waking up. There's a reason our bodies do it, so that it can renew ourselves for the next day. Obviously, any of those things not being done can really affect your training. When you get deep sleep, it produces the human growth hormone, and that regenerates your cells. It influences metabolic function, and those are all really important as you go to train. And by training, I mean going out for your daily runs. I mean doing your strength training, going on bike rides. That is all affected by how well you're sleeping. If you think about it, if my muscles don't repair, right? If I'm not getting enough sleep and they're not having the time to repair themselves, and I had a run yesterday and I'm gonna run the next day, and I get out and I haven't had enough sleep, I'm tired, right? So I'm already lagging. but my muscles are gonna have to work overtime because they're not repaired to the level that they need to be in order to work the best for this run. And so it makes it more difficult for you to get through a run. Have you ever gone on a run and you're like, I can't understand why that was so hard? I've done that distance a million times. I wasn't running fast at all. I ate breakfast. You go through that list, but so often we ignore, did we sleep the night before? And research has found that just one night of crappy sleep can affect you the next day in your training. So here's some tips on how to improve your sleep. First of all, schedules. I will admit it, whether you think I'm a dork or not, which I already know you all think I'm a dork, so I'm fully embracing that. I love schedules. I love routine. It settles me. It calms me. It lets my brain know when it's time to work and when it's time to shut off. I know what to expect. And schedules are really important to maintaining good sleep habits. If one night you're going to bed at 9, the next night you're staying up till 3 a.m., that's all gonna come and bite you in the butt. Watching what you eat and drink before you go to bed. If you think about eating, right, your body has to metabolize, has to digest what you ate. So if I eat something big right before I go to bed, my body's actually working really hard to digest that as I'm trying to fall asleep. That's not really the state in which you want to try and fall asleep. So you really want to try and stop eating at least an hour before bedtime, but ideally 2 hours before bedtime. And I know for some people that's hard, but it really will make a difference in how calm your body feels. The sleep environment, we've all heard it. You want to have a comfortable bed, comfortable pillows. You want it to be dark and you want it to be cold. Yes, that is the best environment for sleep. They say somewhere around like 65 degrees in your room. That's really important to having the best sleep night that you can. Being active during the day will contribute positively to your ability to sleep at night. If you're sedentary all day, your body hasn't worked enough, hasn't gotten enough energy out, and so you will try and go to sleep, but you will have all of this pent-up energy in your body. We're meant to move. So as I've said before, it's not just about going on runs or strength training. You can go for a walk, you can garden, but you want to be active and moving every day in some meaningful way, because for all the other reasons it helps you, but it also helps your sleep. And then making sure that you don't have any electronics. This one's probably the most difficult for all of us. We're used to having our phone right by us. I know I'm guilty. My phone is right next to me. It is the last thing I look at night. I set my alarm, and then before I know it, I'm on Facebook, and there you go. It's a vicious cycle. But as best as you can, try and unplug, right? You don't want to pick up your phone and read the news right before bed. That's not going to be an ideal environment for you to sleep. Use your phone for something productive, like putting on ocean sounds or rain sounds, or doing some sort of relaxation, breathing techniques before bed. Use your phone for that rather than being on it and making your brain more active so it's harder to shut it off at night. I really want you to take what I've said today and think about, are you getting enough sleep and how you can get better sleep, and really make it a priority. I am passionate about this today because I am surprised by how profoundly affected I have been today by the fact that I slept so much yesterday. And looking back, seeing that the lack of sleep that I've had has really been affecting me in every component of my life. And I want to encourage all of you to really look at it and try and make improvements and changes so that you are bringing your optimum body to your training experience, but also just to your day-to-day life. Family, jobs, training, it's all easier when we've slept and we are bringing our best selves to the table. I hope you guys have a great week and a great run tomorrow, and I miss you, and have a good week.